smiles, hand pats, postures, and a pat on the back even. What does it all mean? There was a lot to take note of in the body language between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin at Friday's Alaska summit. Those nonverbal cues from the two leaders. Here with us now to help break it all down, body language expert Mary Civillo. Mary, great to see you. Sometimes
Hi, Frederica.
so
Good
much
to see you.
Wonderful. So much is said sometimes non-verbally. So that's why we have you here. So, a lot of analysts agree that Putin came into this with a great advantage, an invitation to U.S. soil without concessions. The two presidents, meeting on the red carpet that was rolled out, applause even from President Trump, handshakes, even Trump patting the back of the Russian president's hand. So in that sequence, what did you see?
I saw two guys that were coming together, hadn't seen you for a little while. Good to see you. It was all, all systems go. Couldn't be friendlier on both sides. Trump, the gracious host, Putin thrilled to be here.
Mm-hmm. And then, as you see here, they're walking on the red carpet. Eventually, they kind of saunter off to Trump's limo called the Beast. Putin actually smiling, looking very joyful right there in the back seat, almost like making sure to the cameras, you see me here, right? What do you see there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he from the get-go, and in fact, throughout, he just looked as though it was, this is fantastic. And it is especially pronounced. You really notice it if you think back to Helsinki. Frederica, I remember 2018, right. The last time they met, Putin was kind of slouched, in the after thing. And he's just kind of like, all right.
Almost like, I don't really want to be here.
Diplomatic relationship. Yeah. So he was, and this time he was like, in a candy store, a little guy in a candy, and like, this is fantastic.
Interesting. So did you see in him kind of surprised that even, as the general public, a lot of Americans expressed, their surprise at seeing this kind of rollout. Do you feel like Putin was exhibiting surprise, or more so like, yeah, of course this would happen, I'm president? I mean, how do we interpret that?
I think that Putin looks like, and in fact, all the facts suggest that this was already a win, arriving there, and then the fanfare and so forth that you see right there, the red carpet. I mean, he couldn't have asked for a better greeting. And honestly, the outcome, this is just a big win for Putin. I think the biggest contrast, Frederica, was the before and after. So when you look at this is all systems go, everybody ready, two leaders that are ready to get some work done. That's the way the body language looked. The afterwards was so much more pronounced with Trump. If you look at the two of them at the podiums, at their separate podiums, Trump was just much more subdued. He was as Putin. He deferred as the host. He defers to Putin. Let Putin start out. Putin goes on into Alaska history and being neighbors and neighborly and all of that. And you've seen people at a conference table, and when somebody else is talking that's not saying anything particularly interesting or anything that you really like, and Trump 90% of the time was sitting there standing there at the podium, looking out into the audience, kind of,
bracing.
Yep.
Okay.
It didn't move the needle until certain points.
Oh, and then fast forward from that moment, at the end of the press conference, Putin seems to surprise Trump. That's my interpretation, but I'd love to hear yours. Seemed to surprise Trump by speaking in English and then saying, next time, Moscow. Take a listen.
Again, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you very much, and we'll speak to you very soon and probably see you again very soon. Thank you very much, Vladimir.
Next time in Moscow.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'll get a little heat on that one, but I could see it possibly happening. Thank you very much, Vladimir. And thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, what did you read there?
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
interesting.
that is
I could get in a
something.
lot of trouble on this one. Not sure what I think about that. I mean, Trump handled it very, very well. It was, no commitment there. But Putin certainly was ready with that. He had
Yeah.
planned that. He had.
Uh-huh.
And Trump, yeah, that was so he got a little reaction there. That's where Trump engaged with him, had eye contact. But the vast majority of the time that Putin was speaking, he did nothing but stare out. The only time he would do a torso turn every once in a while, he would kind of do one of these, kind of like that, and he kind of like
I
flips
gotta
that
have
one
you
time,
on
like,
here more because this is just so
ah,
enjoyable.
turn back. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, Mary
wasn't
Savello.
working the way he wanted it.
No, it wasn't.
Who
But
knows about next time?
that's right. Okay, we'll have you back because there may be more meetings. Who knows if it's going to be involving Putin, but we do know there's one involving Zelensky on Monday. Mary Savello, good to see you. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Frederica. Thank you.
All right.